Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Hello guys, you are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, your number one political hub in Ghana and beyond. If you are a new member, you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Share the link, subscribe, and also make a comment after listening to what you have heard and your option or your opinion that you think about this video. Thank you. Be right back.
So some near the heels who do on your huntino. As somewhat to from Frabamuno, who did do a beer or co demonstration, be at them, including me, because Miss Kobe. Arise Ghana for pickets and no more a US embassy honor, or say a mopekramu come feedu, and young Nedican of Rata Beba. Oh, ma. Hey. Anyway, Ivan, good morning.
Good morning, yeah.
Oh,
Nyamiadum.
Yadenya Copasi. Say me bray me chin mupan so better the school chin on a jume chin on I chenwa. It's Obikan a bro for God and country, and I just had a canoe. I see. Told me I had only choice. Never to make a couple more, but I was say, for draw so I'll be in na. Yeah, by the NS, you co weekend there, and it's from weekend na the whole week. Say.
Oh, Nyamiadum, I want to say, you're quiet by just trying to shape the discourse. Our mind will be tumpon, and I think that's very, very important. Say, as young people, young so no, you better get involved, and I think that's exactly what we are doing. Yeah, because when you have a BNI walk, now have a agent in there, you could see say there has been a significant improvement. Yeah, pump now top petrol na yate swama wa menye sure say ubo obidin, but it is out of some of these discourse na timi aboa me shaping the nation to where it is today. So I think say the collective welfare of the average and the ordinary Ghanaian internal politics that be America e ka mo didi amenko anka obi ansore metan ha so politics. Yeah, but I think say the vulnerable, the average people your friend is saying whose interest must be taken care of, and not can hold in the try to shape the discourse as a mind banner. Also, what you deserve, you get from the Ubenya. Now, also, I said yes, we are with me, and the teacher will be a young cobro, be a quaquayas and pufro. And I think that's exactly what we are seeking to do now.
All right, my question, the person came, so the name is 720. I'm so okay, Mate. My question, Mate, why 720? They say, can you be your friend on number 720? All right, Auntie, innocent, yeah, can of issues in now, far from I say editing, to so question immigration. I think videos in be out, man, Crawford can't say journalists or mode bar out and was some professional, and then I'm saying, now, finance minister couldn't send memo, your former finance minister. Now you perceive who the question, yeah, TV conversation with the about, but it's unprofessional. Say a video in the Bible, think I fire no one, I can't Ghana for one. And the lawyer so say pickets and air cosono, and ya no day can of Beba. Attorney General say they've made headway for extradition, or they are hoping at least by February 19th, or more Ebenya Moye Papa. Some not doors. This one person, number 720.
It's very embarrassing, and I think let me start with Kenu Forata. Abranti on Nam Kumas on any lawyer. Frank Davis. I think he should just shut up. Ojaka Sebabuano. Because so what's your new various conversations or having on TV, and they are so provocative, so annoying and nauseating to the stand. Say, I don't know. Obi Obenya Weise Otieno. First of all, he has demonstrated issues no air cosono. Or no, the amount 40 free TVs no be an he is not clothed with any extra layer of information. Amount for air call it on him to give it to them. Yeah. Or any interview, I am piano that kind of way. Makasa, if you claim you are a lawyer of a person who is a subject of a matter, a public interest, your frost Bekasa is a choice. You can't force me to come and sit here and talk. Oh yeah. So member, me offer me a member. By the very moment I'm here, if you ask me a question, even though I may decline, say be a question way, but in your friend about to try young piano and as a forum. So what's your casa or can you know they are so annoying and so nauseating, but what they are forgetting is at this point in time, Kenoforata is not a private individual. What's in the baby? Sure. This is somebody at the center of a national controversy. the interest of the republic is at stake. So every single Ghanaian be our vested interest in anything Kenoforata, because the average Ghanaian wants answers to some of the criminal investigations that has been conducted in this particular country, and his presence is required to come and answer for those questions, Then the state will make a determination whether to proceed to prosecute or not. That is the idea the average Ghanaian is looking at. Initially, when he started playing I am sick, I am sick. Now it is quite clear, sir. It is not about I am sick, BM. It is about a deliberate attempt to fight the state. It's a chrome. And we will be a war iota of war conscience, as a reasonable human being. We are highly educated. First of all, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because what Atta is preventing this gentleman from honoring the invitation to come back to this country. And they will tell you, say, fair judgment. And as for Ghana is not a sort of a communist or some sort of a banana republic. Ya banded among for them prison. When I channel and such children and I prison since this whole thing started. There hasn't been any single person. So that justification is about justice is absolute nonsense to start with. And it's some sort of a justification or more a cookie just to your friend saying justify why he should not come. And again, Kenoforata has decided not to come, and at the state, activity all mechanisms available just to ensure say Yebenyano extradited to this country. Say US, here we know Koswa, our choice. Very often, I've been watching some of the proceedings. A public way. Sometimes it's open, you can join. Yeah. But when you make your friend said a request, so it should be done. Exactly, it will be done for you, because the person moody in somebody can for that or can say he didn't want it to be public, but a person the family joining the line, and the judge can say, on to mean determine when your family member and when your family member, and then the lawyer says, I can determine meaning because the fear for they want to join. So it's a matter of whether you are interested. So Ghana wanted to telecast that particular proceedings. Because so what check it in the history, because TV station being what them say process I with TV, so making provisions to aid. But when they made that particular request, it was respected, you understand, and then it was not shown. But the fact of the matter is that and then sick Kenoforata kwanya on person about Kroma saying, because he's not sick. Whoever propounds that particular theory is absolute nonsense. That is what I'm saying, is that because now you can't answer me, So what's the way and some no corner. You could see a certain renewed determination on his part. Why not just about Kroma? Because initially no so or yes surgery. Until also tells you that let them be no trouble. The office of the special prosecutor, he was just fooling them because he had no plans of returning to this country. Now, what he's seeking to do, he said, US for man acquiring now on stay because Oba Ghana he will be witch hunted. Oh, no fair hearing. And for that particular reason, allow and the assembly, judge need to assembly share April. Then he wanted to post a bond. US, when you are undergoing immigration where post a bond, it's covered to Tiso, they are catches or Quananam. Now you can have your freedom. Now, Emra to say Yawa, from Waba. So what he was seeking to do is say, there are some July, he wanted to go home till July. Then the lawyers, April, and son of back. So then the lawyers now more represented Ghana, and my catcher said Ghana and far lawyer and call a US as Ghana's proxy. And they raised the objection said no. Nipana ye didn't say about deportation higher, ye can say me, even though extradition and can't hold there. But the same person, there is an extradition request identity so never mind Ghana or your finance minister or yes, so a bokro no abo dream. And we're gonna babasaha. And a minor cry is fighting, say, young Fanamra. And a judge and say, okay, I'm not aware of that. But then the chair say extradition and it is so. What is the extradition document? And also because the different departments and a young because my counsel said these cases are separate. And I say, okay, if that is the case, they are meant to me and busy on hearsay. And this are most in the mind Ghana. At the extradition, Ambassador Yamafanon Quadia, at the Mamamo, February 19th. Monko fasa extradition documents na mra na menhwe na mehu a magina so determine whether say bond na wa post say yaman nko na nam no ya be ma na kwan na say yaman na kwan until the ultimate case is determined. This is a simple matter. So some make utie nsam na make kire na quite clearly a chance that this is a guy are you ready to fight our not just about Kroma saying again bond now opposed to he wanted to have his freedom to do whatever but deny now from day one up to now Ken Ofori has been in a detention. It's more than 2 weeks now, and he's going to be in detention till February 19th. So if Obi catch us as in the eyes of the law, immigration officers and the eyes for about time prison Obi or Yarea, then that tells you say it's all lie because America will not bundle a sick man who is going to die like they presented it. Say young fanung a detention center. Yeah. So it's never America would never do that. But clearly a choice and some now can even though he may be sick, but he's not somebody who is terminally ill and also so incapacitated or immobilized. Say yes, he had to stretch us a quarter hospital, and that was the sort of message they were sending back and forth. And then the on for the fact say Ken Ofori has decided never to come back to this country, and I'm saying Sanema we circle go back to Akufo-Addo direct because he is the person who enlisted these petty criminals to handle the sensitive areas of this particular economy. Ken Ofori will be in the track record in the private sector. He has never been in government business before. He was brought forward because President Wafasiye. At some point in time, his own party people rose against him because the way a man and not order or minor question. Now it was dangerous, it was reckless. Yeah. Today, the same gentleman has the gut and the moral audacity to be sitting somewhere writing letters back and forth to Ghana for say, oh, Meyario, Mama Mekwine. When people were adducing enough justification as to why he should not destroy their banks, Musio, son of a said, yes, or some court in the bank, in some. Did he give him a chance to explain? No. Papa syndrome. Papa first ordinary, no, and I'm or so that a day before no Ken Ofori I am meeting. Did he give these people a chance? Say, and church in some channel. So what did Timothy yes, our body way will Kroma say, now for a mras so branabe you are not. Now you call yourself with this, I am sick, and then that tells you the character of the person in question. And that is what people are not looking at. You see, over the years, young people have actually lost trust in the political establishment because there is this easy to go with mindset to say, oh, everybody is corrupt, oh, politician, and you see, some of this behavior give you credence to those impressions that I'm for because growing up, now me free say responsible people and when you are done, you answer for your crimes. So whatever it is, you render accountability. The last time I catch us, even Pentecost, say you fall as a deacon or whatever, now say oh head the church. Now say you don't call before you account to the people. Mo said there will near my SCT, and you can check from the churches how much more your friends are mine. And in Nippon TV, so mood defender Ken Ofori. Today, the guy is saying, I am not coming anywhere because my bar, I will be witch hunted. Akufo-Addo to Kroma when I witch hunting. Has there been any single way I witch hunting will be Kroma saying? Nobody has been witch hunted. Nobody, and I actually regarding some of the investigations that Ken Ofori involved now was spending more than 2 days. Yoko or any of the investigation agencies. So where lies the argument to say, me bar? Somebody will hunt me. There is no justification. The guy has decided that or he understands the enormity of his crimes. He understands Niyama Waya Okroma and the fact is there are several other criminal things I ever pop up. And in order to avoid everything, is the reason why he's doing all these things. But you see, the Oyanamaka, Ogu Nedimasi, Ogu party, I didn't buy any mercy. And all good nebusian for any massy. Come my culture says if Ken Ofori failed to return to this country, which he is bent on doing, in the next way, the man nebusian for will be reminded. Kwanya omo fa na so on papa na so omukunu de oman Ghana be ba okuhwebra dwane kwatena obi man so ko wu ya na so wanti yama ne krom, and that will be a blot on the conscience of his family for generation abeba. Because we are still trying to unpack the remnant of the bad governance that these people gave us. And then you have the audacity sitting somewhere talking nonsense, and his lawyer on the other hand is also infuriating and annoying Ghanaians with those dirty remarks on radio, on TV. you think Kenoforata and when a year man for fast said,
yeah,
a man for sorry free TV on more canon said, no, because the guy is a central figure in all the criminal activities that happen in this country, in all the investigations going on. So what is his problem? Why is he running away from accountability?
Yeah.
At some point in time, his family took part in this whole thing, and they were writing letters back and forth. So oyare. Today, why are they not writing the same letter? What is the current update on his health status? What are some American? So Kenoforata there, or Cosmo Gunanimas, no Begunanimasia, Gunanimasia, Uncle, yeah, Obia, former finance minister. Abanison of Janako to be mine. So today, he is being treated like a criminal, a petty criminal. I had Wakakoto, Yavan's a detention center, just like any other person. Because my catcher said to Donald Trump, no, said, with the America now documents and as for no who was a criminal, also a criminal alien, and they treat you as such. And today, Ghana's former finance minister who rests until recently, and Nama, a soldier for the crown bag up and white,
yeah,
two Bible verses and as for today, the same character, deny on one Casana mine. And he has declared himself persona non grata. Mikro mint me ko me quiet better me. Abrabo ben obo krum enter to me krum. Very often a state in the chase a man for out. But today he is chasing himself out. The state want him back and he's unwilling. You understand? So for me, it is a shame. And after me you move in someone I can say Akufo-Addo amamuno ayamumo born and MPP as a political party even confirmed the further. God Nema Kenoforata ye nyina ye nema ebo man enye nyame adom and a certain strategic range engineering bia koso and economy no atimi azumi a certain 14 bia anka ne ebia anka yenim ba bia yewo and we take these things for granted we do normal it's not normal so I think that Kenoforata wherever he is wama onyo bia enye obia na oye no ono na eye no ho ono ankasa na mena na otu ono ankasa na guso ogu nanim ase because today he's all over. And whatever that is written, said about him will be on the internet forever. Yeah. Today, look at him. A former finance minister looking like a petty criminal on TV screens all over the place. And will you be a war conscience? Will you subject yourself to this sort of public mortification? Will be a what sense of shame? Will you allow yourself to go through this particular process when you know I have done nothing? What at all is this? Let me go answer and then come. Nothing prevents him from coming. Yeah. So his insistence also show the sort of disrespect. Only Akufo-Addo no more for the people of this country. They have never respected the people of this country. That is why at some point when Ghanaians were so determined in their resistance against something like e-levy, and then as a for these people were they were mocking Ghanaians. Catch and say the cake, the more kase, the akase yabaye and no one yabaye. You see, so for me, I think that I feel so ashamed and so embarrassed, and he is a coward. That is what people should see him as. Because if you are not a coward, there is no reason to run away from your country. When every single person in that country is calling you to come, you have not been pronounced guilty, you have lawyers, you have right to your counsel, and as a forum. What at all is he running from? So, yeah, like I said, we have two windows. Now the extradition process is going on, and then the deportation, even though the judge already the deportation case, I requested for the extradition, papers, but it has not taken anything away from the extradition. If that particular process may go through, and the judge becomes so satisfied that indeed the guy has to be extradited, he will be extradited, and then we will also be looking at this particular way. So for the state at this point, I am not sure anybody can blame the Attorney General, because there's all you be aware. Within his
SP Kurane can delay at the end.
Yes. Or play games around it. Today, the Attorney General is doing all that because on to me in fact playing America so I quite chicken for that but it is never done. He has to go through the process and then as a forum, and that's exactly what he is doing to get the gentleman back to this country. And my catcher said if there is anybody to blame, you blame Kenoforata because he has moral obligation to the people of this country. If or respecting the people of this country, he will have to come back and answer for what he did. What I said. So if the person is trying to bring him back and he's going through a bottleneck to get him back, now or successful, you cannot blame that particular person. You cannot begrudge him. Rather, begrudge the person who is insistent, the one who serves in a capacity. That by a finance minister, and today he says that he's sick. Yeah, na say bibi ha omo adwen ya nti kroma chachuchi kata atia sorry dem omo kofa no dey na wie na nipa no so no prison. Victor Solomon and other people, they died in prison. Yeah. These people were not granted this, and now when you could do a baby, and near my Chachuchi Kataye, and near my Victor Solomon and other people are yes subject you to such public humiliation, you know. Can the Forata almost 1,000 times. And today you have the audacity sitting somewhere writing back and forth nonsense, seeking to justify. Say, oh, your friends I'm posting bond. So when you come on, so he can post a bond. Go to the US and go and look at the facility he's lodging. Very expensive facility. Now, Sikano, when you Sikafua, will you be doing these things? Exactly. So for me, I think that Ghana there. We are renewed in our request, and again, no more quiet demonstration, you know, they are entitled to because they are Ghanaians. Sikana ya, you know, accountability na Ghana for enya John Mahama na accountability enya NDC enya Attorney General. And the people of this country, the government is only doing so on their behalf. So the people at any point in time dissatisfied with the process have every right to demonstrate. Even the US embassy understands that Ghana for the right to demand saying the extradition, and it has been happening. It's one of the ways I'll bet me using a democracy. I'll bet me demanded for his extradition, so that the State Department and the DOG will see the need and the urgency Ghana for attach it to this particular case. Because my culture says he's not any French person. Kendo Forata is a key and a central person of interest in all the criminal proceedings going on in this particular country, because he was sitting at the finance ministry, writing the check, dipping his hand into consolidated fund without recourse to law or authorization. He didn't respect anybody because Newofa, as a president, was dipping his hand. He too was dipping his hand. They took Ghana as a some sort of family property. Across a village supermarket there. With me tum nam obi yamu kano here because farmers in this that was the way they were running this country. Absolute nonsense, you understand. Today you have the audacity and the infantry sitting somewhere writing back and forth to us and I'm a yare and deben. So I think uncle Sunguna Nimase and I can't say when nature is pursuing you, you can never hide. Then I'm going to say we're gonna what would the Atta today you are in the US hiding in your comfort zone, but you are all about on TV. Man for a show. You look miserable because we will be sensible psychologically. The trauma, the sort of embarrassment you are going through, and Kasana, and not quite enough. So for me, for the average Ghanaian seeking justice there, whatever Ken Ofori is going through today, you know, there is nothing more justice than what he's going through. The humiliation, the public mortification, the embarrassment all go through on TV screens. People are discussing him. For that way, you know, lend certain justification and credence to Yamu our earlier held positions. These were petty, unwitting criminals who took over this country and they messed this nation up. And time has come for them to answer for their crimes because they are cowards, you know. Look at where he is today. Because you'll be a coward. You don't run away from accountability. Yeah. You face it, whatever it is, form that, whichever form, whichever way will be, and you face it squarely. You come out as a hero. But running away makes you a coward, and that is what he is. That is why during their time, you know, obi also kaseti anu biano, and oba soreti abain biano. They tag you as anti-government enthusiast, and they will come after you. Even within the MPP, look at what they did to you and Co. Because they requested, said the president should change Ken Ofori. They weaponize the entire government against dissent. And that's exactly what the MPP is doing today. Today in opposition, look at what they are doing. Even in opposition, they've gone ahead to weaponize the political party from Pom Watson and Co. Look at what they are doing to you. Hey, yacho. Party are lose power opposition. You should be in the face of reconciliation, like a mother. Whatever nonsense they did, as a mother, you sit back, you listen to Obia, you try to, you know, because at that time, when you're in a certain age, you know, to be together. Now, madam, you are at the time I won you know, who hear and cry, and I feel I walk with you. That's exactly what the MPP is doing, and they don't even realize it. That is what I'm saying, sir. They are not even amenable to wisdom reasoning, the common logic. It is a common sense, you know. It has become so expensive for them. Common sense now is so common, no? It's very expensive, and they cannot even amend their mind to any of these things. So for me, I think, sir, Akufo-Addo I cannot say no. He came to equally destroy the political party and 10 MPP for Mpanimfo or we are decent-minded individuals. No, you are turning away from the party, now left with pitiful sycophants who are singing hallelujah choruses, and that is what the party has become today. Is the reason why they are determined taking away people like Frimpong Boateng, Nyahota Maklo, and several other prominent individuals over the years, or more life as several political party, because when you do a certain age, you don't think twice when you're criticizing people. Because after what? And some penny for baby Munina Konehona, you move in Mufriba. Baby Munina Kwa, they can openly speak their mind. I started who will still say that this generation is a different generation. But we started speaking about, I don't care even if you're Jesus Christ and you mess up. The last time I catch us, you're quite heavy on Chalana, yes, we didn't say Muna. It's as simple as that. What I said. So you should not compromise on principles and those kind of stuff. What I said. Those things are standard. They are natural. You don't move away from it because usru be and say no kre. If it is a lie, it is a lie. It's as simple as that. So it's good today. Mpanimfo we hu niama hu ne tete. Afa no mo hu and they are speaking to it. I think say it's cool for Kenofo-Atta there. You all go through, no, and one will go through, and this process will continue unabated until the America make a determination. And so that's America can stay. That is on him, that is on his family, and that will be on him forever. We are going to never be disappointed. And then the other lady now, you see, nobody is saying that she should not be brought back to this country. She's also part of it. Or not quite in the case, she has been convicted as a felon. Yes, or better prison. And the said the Attorney General is doing everything to bring that woman back. And I feel so ashamed. So we are several mine. Now, in the end, you run away. You are a coward. What has happened? You are a coward. You are a coward. Exactly, you are a coward. Because the mere fact that you impose a prison sentence on you, sometimes people go to jail and they fight their sentence. What I say? And that is what makes you a human being. Because politics, we are not just doing politics, we are charting history. Young people have to learn. Young people have to understand, because politics is something you learn through experience. So Abrabo more born Ghana. Politics, you don't need to be a person of character. You don't need to be a person of high value principle to be politics. The answer was Busianibu and our Namphobia or met me influence our point to baby. Oba wouldn't say Munato the but leadership must come with responsibility, value, principle, no matter what you stand in for your people. And no be I'll say Onja Finance Ministry no Hong Kong because or Yare at the time, because he could not abandon his children. At the time, his children, Ghanaians, need him the most to come and answer. Look at what he's doing. Such a shameful coward.
All right, my coach will say where they sent to Kobe. Okay, I think what's them no. Me person me tia sie eye. I me say ono person chere say on tia sie die ntia e was omode Kenofo-Atta eko immigration court, because you nimni say wo US na say wa overstay or visa. What they do is to just deport you. So why is Kenofo-Atta's own different? Na lucrative na na CK say anope watch okay, or say question if 720 has overstayed his visa in the US, why are the Trump administration keeping him in detention until April 2026? I'll say if you overstay in this country, they will just deport you. Why is 720 on different? But they
don't just deport here. US new policy share abontian na de chia na ya for do ko ya do akose plem do ko omonya say all defense na say for you go to the court process and you have no justification. That is why automatically by no crown it take time. And into immigration for no camp ayeko keep o mo ho no. There are those who are more in some more court they have to, because obi wa ni nkrata ba wa legitimate waware and a whole lot of processes on inkrata and obinsu ya criminal, whole lot. And it's not a straightforward say when they change the worship play. A process that you need to go through.
All right. I say where is Solo? Yeah, mark him absent. Now so last time they fed the crime.
Thank you for watching this video. We much appreciate your time and say God bless you for the good work you are doing. Please, if you have really enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up by subscribing and liking the channel. Do share to other friends to also enjoy what is happening in the political arena. And the way forward, keep watching PENDREAM TV, keep questioning, and subscribe, turn the notification bell on to keep you updated always. Thank you.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.